We often imagine being smart as 12 years of school, 4 years of college, and maybe 6 more in grad school. Basically, a lifetime of homework. But here's the joke. Many people finish all that and still can't figure out how to pay rent. Real intelligence? It's not about looking like a genius in a lab coat. It's about solving life's problems without overcomplicating them. Stick around, because in the next few minutes, you'll discover why being smart is way easier than most people think. Here's where most of us get stuck. We want to be smarter, so we do what people do in the age of the internet. Google it. And suddenly, we're bombarded with advice that sounds wise, but is about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. You've heard it. Eat blueberries, they boost your brain. Or drink coffee, but only between 9:30 and 11:15 a.m. for maximum focus. Then there's the classic. Just listen to Mozart and your IQ will skyrocket. Okay, great, but none of this is the secret shortcut to practical intelligence. If it were, every cafe in the world would be filled with millionaires, sipping lattes, memorizing sonatas, and eating blueberry muffins. And then there's the high-level philosophical advice. Be mindful of the universe. Know thyself. Nice lines for a tattoo, but try using them when you're stuck in traffic, late for work, and your boss is texting, "Where are you?" Suddenly, Socrates isn't picking up your call. The problem is simple. Most of the advice about being smart is either too vague to apply or too shallow to matter. It makes you feel like you're improving without actually helping you solve real problems. It's like downloading a meditation app. You feel accomplished just by clicking install, but your brain is still a cluttered mess. Practical intelligence is different. It's not about hacks, quick fixes, or mystical wisdom. It's about skills you can practice today that make tomorrow easier. And that's what we're going to uncover. So if eating blueberries won't turn you into Sherlock Holmes, what actually works? The unsexy, old-school answer: reading and practice. I know. That doesn't sound like a hack. But here's the twist. It's way more powerful than any shortcut. Let's start with reading. Fiction is underrated brain fuel. When you read novels, your brain is secretly in the gym. You read faster, you pick up vocabulary without memorizing flashcards, and, best part, you eavesdrop on endless conversations through dialogue. It's like carrying around a group of imaginary friends who always have something witty to say. That's why people who read fiction often sound more natural and confident in real conversations. Nonfiction, though, is your weapon for real-world smart talk. You don't need to quote Plato to impress people. You just need interesting stories, facts, and frameworks from good books. Read about psychology, history, business, even cleaning techniques. Suddenly, you've got material to share in conversations. The trick is how you share it. Avoid the "well, actually" trap that makes people want to strangle you. Instead, drop knowledge gently, like, "Oh, I read something interesting about that the other day." Boom, you're both smart and likable. But reading alone isn't enough. Practice is where your brain locks things in. Want to be good at tying a tie? You don't become a pro by reading instructions on WikiHow. You actually tie the knot, badly at first, then better, then automatic. Same with social skills, memory tricks, or decision-making. You learn, then you do. And here's a secret. You don't even have to practice physically right away. Just imagining yourself doing something, visualizing the steps in your head, already tells your brain, "Hey, this matters." That mental rehearsal is like planting seeds in your memory garden. Later, when you practice in real life, it grows twice as strong. So if you want practical intelligence, forget magic hacks. Read widely, practice often, share wisely. That's the real upgrade. Now, here's the secret sauce. Learning isn't about stuffing information into your head like a suitcase before a trip. It's about tricking your brain into believing, "This is useful, I better keep it." Rule number 1, practice. The brain doesn't care about what you intend to learn. It only remembers what you do. Read about how to tie a tie, and your brain shrugs. Tie the tie yourself, even if it looks like a sad pretzel. And suddenly, your neurons go, "Oh, so this matters." Rule number 2, the 20-80 principle. Learn the crucial 20% that gives you 80% of the results. Want to learn guitar? You don't need to master jazz theory. Just a handful of chords, and you can already play hundreds of songs. The brain loves shortcuts, so give it the right ones. Rule number 3, mental rehearsal. You don't always need to practice physically. Visualize yourself doing it, whether it's giving a presentation, cooking, or even cleaning your room. The brain can't fully tell the difference. That's why athletes, pilots, and chess masters all rely on visualization before the real thing. And finally, make it fun. The more emotional the experience, the longer the memory sticks. That's why you still remember a random embarrassing moment from middle school, but not what you studied last night. So add humor, curiosity, or a tiny challenge when you learn. Your brain isn't a filing cabinet, it's a garden. What you practice, you plant. What you repeat, you grow. Here's the truth bomb. The fastest way to actually get smart isn't YouTube videos, life hack blogs, or motivational quotes. It's textbooks. They're not flashy, but they're S-tier learning machines. Why? Because textbooks are distilled knowledge, short, structured, and packed with exercises that force your brain to engage. Sure, they're less entertaining than binge-watching TikTok study hacks, but nothing beats their efficiency. Think of them as the protein shake of intelligence. Bland, maybe, but powerful. And yes, there are ways to accidentally find free ones online, but you didn't hear that from me. So, being smart isn't about IQ scores, degrees, or blueberry smoothies. It's about reading, practicing, and learning in ways that actually stick. Practical intelligence is within reach for anyone willing to plant the right seeds. If this video gave you even one useful idea, share it with someone who could use the boost. And I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment with the smartest little trick you've discovered that I didn't mention. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Your brain will thank you later.